Today we are going to be making two different breakfast wreaths for Christmas. One is savory and then the other one is sweet. This is really going to help round out your Christmas morning. So we're going to get started with the cinnamon roll wreath first because we need this dough to rise a few times before we bake it. And then while it's rising, we will go ahead and work on our egg crescent roll wreath. The cinnamon roll dough is going to need 1 cup of warm milk, 1.5 tablespoons of yeast, 2/3 cup of sugar. We're going to mix this all together well. You really want to make sure that the sugar has dissolved. And we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes to activate the yeast. And then we'll be adding in 1 stick of butter. We just kind of want to cut it up into 4 pieces, and you do want this to be soft. And 2 eggs. We're going to mix this together well, and then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt and 4.5 cups of flour. Once the dough comes together, knead it for about 6 minutes. And here you can see it's kind of clinging to the bottom, so what I like to do is I just add in about a tablespoon of flour at the end to help everything to come up off the bottom of the pot. Because it's cold in here, I'm actually going to warm up my oven to the lowest setting possible. And then we're going to let that reach temperature, and then we're going to turn it off. And this is going to be where we let our dough rise today. And then we just need to oil our bowl and put it back in, cover it, and we're going to let this rise for 45 minutes in the oven. This dough is very hands-off. A lot of the rising time is actually going to be happening while you're opening up stockings or gifts when you're visiting. We need to flatten out this dough into a rectangle, and we are going to coat it with about 6 tablespoons of soft butter and fill it with our sugar cinnamon mix, which is 1/2 cup of sugar and 1.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. The trick here is to not slice all the way through your dough. You want to keep it intact. That way we can spin it around into a circle and they will all still stay together. You can also make this dough ahead of time and just stick the rolls in the fridge the night before and pull them out before you start assembling your egg crescent breakfast wreath. The second rise only takes about 45 minutes when you are using the warm oven trick. While the cinnamon rolls are on their second rise, we're going to go ahead and get started on our savory breakfast wreath. We're going to use 6 eggs, 6 pieces of bacon. We're going to need about a cup of cheese, some bell peppers. You can use whatever veggies that your family likes or whatever you have on hand. And I also did salt and add a little bit of garlic powder to the eggs. And this is where it's going to look a lot more fancier than the actual work that you're putting into it. Spread out your crescent rolls in a circle. We're going to lay down the bacon first. Then about a half a cup of cheese. We'll put our eggs up on top. And then sprinkle in about another half a cup of cheese over top. And you can just take this as slow as you want. We're going to pull over one of the triangles, tuck it under and kind of over to the side. Pull it up and over, tuck it under and over to the side. There's no rush. The kids are probably playing with their toys anyways, so they might not even be hungry. And we're just going to go all the way around the wreath like this until it is all closed up. Then what we'll do is we will bake both of these in the oven at 365 degrees for about 30 minutes until they are brown. For the cinnamon roll icing, all we need is 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of milk. Just mix that up real good and we will drizzle over the cinnamon roll wreath. This is perfect for large family breakfasts, or if you're having lots of guests come over, this will be enough to feed a crowd, and it'll give you options for the savory and sweet. In the rhythm of life, I'll dance and sway. With every step, I'll rise and shine. In this beautiful journey, I'll make life mine.